Okay guys, we're getting ready to head up. I apologize in advance for the crappy audio, but I know I have a better mic, obviously, like we talked about with the iPod situation, but I know I'm probably going to end up dying if I keep having to tap that thing every 10 minutes to keep the audio recording. So this will be more just nature-esque and less of me talking. I can't see where the freak I'm going. So hope you enjoy it. Let's go. At our oil spot. Marginal. All right, let's go. Like I said, I haven't seen too many people, but it's also Monday. So probably people are going to be at work, which is good for us. Whee! All right, old girl. You got to make us proud, okay? I don't know if I need a fast song, because then I might die. It'll be all right.
Alright, hey everybody, I'm joining you in voiceover because evidently I suck at recording intros and telling people what I'm doing. So, if you didn't see the last video, please be sure to check that one out first and then come back here once you're done, because this is part 2 of a 3-part series of me taking this $500 Honda Pacific Coast 800 through the Smoky Mountains and through some fabled roads, which we're going to see today in this video. We're going to go through Cherohala Skyway, which is where we're heading up now. We just left the Visitors Center. And then I'm sure some amazing things and quite sketchy things will await us here in just a few moments. But then after that, we're going to go check out Deal's Gap, the restaurant there and everything. And then the Tree of Parts, or what is it, Tree of Shame, I think it's called. And then we're going to hit the Dragon as well. So yeah, super excited for this. Let's hope the bike can hold itself together and everything goes all right. So up until this point, it is just absolutely beautiful. I'm having such a great time. The bike's running well. It was monumental. You know, this place is beautiful. I just kept looking around, and the views just kept getting better and better and better. But as you see here, we started to climb a little bit, and then we started to climb some more, and some more, and some more. And the bike didn't really care for that so much. So what we're about to see here is, yeah, kind of the outcome of that. And I guess we'll get to see too why they call it the Smoky Mountains, eh?
We're in the cloud now. This is a cloud. Yep, these are clouds. That's absolutely terrifying. I don't want to lug the bike, but it smells horrible. This is so sketchy! Oh my gosh, bro, this is so scary. We're gonna go high beams. Okay. We're gonna stop for a minute. Not that you could see anything! Alright, we're gonna let the bike chill for a second because she's not smelling too hot. I can't tell what's what anyway. Is that a whale? It is. That's not good. She's looking old, boys. That's more than it was. Huh. Okay. Don't do that, bike. Stop it. We may add oil in Robbinsville. Because that's kind of sketch. I think that was the car I was following. Okay. You can see the spot. It's so big now. Poor baby. Whoa. Sheesh, dude. That's a house down there. Wild.
So it was at this moment that I started to realize kind of how screwed I was if this bike broke down. I didn't have any cell service here, and at this point it was leaking a lot of oil. And that car that turned around was one of the only cars I've seen for quite some time. So I'm just kind of pacing up here and letting the bike cool and then hoping that something changes. But yeah, this kind of the things that were going through my head at this moment was just like, crap, I'm really doing this. What happens if this bike is just dead? My main thought was just to, if I had to, put it neutral and then coast back down the way I came up, which I don't know if it would have worked, probably, just because how steep it was. You probably could have gotten some decent speed. But yeah, that was really nerve-wracking and not something I've experienced before. You know, like this feeling of just isolation and strandedness. So it was definitely a new experience and not a fun one.
Let's check our situation. So we got oil. It's not that big a deal, but it is getting worse. Looks like it slowed up a little bit. Yeah, it's slowing down. Good. We'll give it a quick check, and then we'll keep on trucking, and then we'll add oil if we have to. Is what it is. Sketch indeed. All right, let's check her out and see how she's doing. My. Well, unfortunately, I don't know if we would be getting saved in the event of a catastrophe. That is an amount of oil. More than I'd like, to be honest. But hopefully it's just because we're revving the motor up. Let's see. Oh, the dipstick's actually hot, so maybe that's the problem, is the oil's warm and the engine's cold. I don't know. Let's see. We were down 1 tick earlier. So, let's see. Well, now we're full. So, I don't know how that logic works. Unless it's still draining down. But there is oil in it, so so that's promising. Not really much we could do, so we are just gonna keep trucking, I guess. Yeah, so we got oil in it. The oil light comes on, of course, we'll pull over ASAP and fill it back up. We have a funnel and everything that we need. So, is what it is. Let's see, just one more time before we go. Sheesh. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. There's a road way off in the distance there. I truly have never seen anything like this. That's wild. I said, we're still climbing. We're just going to take it easy from here on out, at least until we could get to Robbinsville or somewhere with a store to get a proper read on our oil level. And potentially, I mean, I'll buy a jug if I have to. But I think the rain is making it look worse than it is. I mean, it's still obviously a lot, but you can see here, this spot here, it's huge, was made just by my dipstick, pulling it out and wiping it off. So I think it's exemplified. So anyway, Is what it is. Let's go. If we blow up, hopefully, we blow up on that side of the mountain. So we're just gonna take it easy. Absolutely terrifying. Oops, that was 2 gears. My bad. Sorry, bike. So we're just gonna chill. We're gonna take it easy and slow. The positive outlook to this, wow. The positive outlook to this is if the bike just spontaneously combusts, we could definitely coast down whichever way we needed to go. I mean, this is so steep that we could totally just ride it all the way back down to the bottom. You know, if it gets to that. But I mean, like I said, we have extra oil, we're good. I mean, we have a whole quart, the bike only holds 3, so it can lose 1/3 of its oil in 33 miles, which I don't even think is possible. So we're good. Feels like a video game. I can't see 10 feet in front of me. I hope my headlight's not working. That's not good. Why is my headlight not working? What? You see this? Of course, of all places for my poor headlight to stop working, the high beam isn't indicating. So I can only assume it's not working up there, is on the middle of a fucking mountain. What kind of BS is this? Mike, why did you wait until we're here to have your problems? I told you were doing good. I was like, repeat the mantra, Mike. Oh, wow. I think we might, no, we're not above the clouds because there's cloud. We're in the clouds and the headlight doesn't work. What the crap is this? Ah! There's minivans and people and... Like I said, I really don't want to lug her, especially if she's low on oil.
So at this point, there's just a rash of emotions going through my head. I don't know what to do. I know the bike is leaking, so I just kind of want to get it over as fast as possible to the other side of this mountain to get back down where I can go to a store or something if I had to buy something like that. And then, of course, the headlight just decided to opt out, you know, on top of a mountain. And you saw my me experiencing duress with that. So yeah, it's really just a slew of emotions. It was kind of overwhelming, and it really took a toll. And it was a fun experience looking back, but at the time I was really just panicked and overwhelmed, and it was a little much, I gotta say. This fog was unbelievable. To see it in person, to just be driving straight ahead on a road you have no clue, relying only on the GPS, and just hoping that it continues to go straight. And this is after everybody's, sitting there and chanted to me about how I have to be safe on these roads because they're dangerous and they can just, they switch up on you at any time and all these things. So it was definitely an interesting experience, to say the least. Now, I would have loved to have ride this road, whenever it was sunny and beautiful and no chaotic clouds. But hey, I think this makes for a better story, and it definitely, it was fun, I guess, looking back on it. But at the time here, I can hear myself just absolutely panicked. So anyway.
What did you get? Why? Oh gosh, this is terrifying. Ah! We're on a bridge and I can't see it. The air up here being so high is having major effects on our performance. What psychopath put gravel here? Oh, there's a car. Lovely. This feels like a terrifying video game and I hate it. I hate it. Ah, where the fuck is the road? What kind of bullshit is this? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Just set my tent up here, dude. This is terrible. You're gonna say, oh, you need us to come get you. Okay, where are you at? I'm in White, bro. Motorcycle information station ahead. Okay, okay. Please be a building. Did you see that sign? It said 5,000 feet elevation drop in the next 20 miles. Ah! What kind of sick video game shit is this? It's terrible. It's terrible. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I can't see where the freak I'm going. What? Where? Where am I? Look at this. This is my saving grace here. Are you? Okay, navigate. Go ahead. I'm driving off of a mini-map. This is some bullshit, bruh. The old woman said, oh, it'd be nice up there. It'd be so pretty because of all the clouds. I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing. I'd be half tempted to turn it off, but that might be a stupid idea. So I have another gear. I'll just do that. My nose is wet from the cloud that is going into my face, into my helmet, and is trying to kill me. Miles. We could do 25 miles. We have like 40 minutes left. We got this. We're good. Can't see a damn thing. I bet that's pretty. No way of knowing. This has went from fun motorcycle trip in the mountains to just escaping peril at all costs. Thank goodness we have download music. I'd be terrified if it was just me in this road. Hands are getting rather cold now. 22 miles is not a short.
Now, obviously, it doesn't take a genius to see that I'm acting pretty weird, and I was super curious on that, so when I got back, I actually did some research, because I had no preparation as far as, like, the altitude changes, and I didn't take that into consideration at all, but at 5,000 feet, apparently it is possible to get some sort of oxygen deprivation to a point, and then other studies show that fog can also decrease oxygen levels, and of course, you know, wearing a full face helmet, even with the visor open, does limit you in some capacity. So if you add all those together, my best guess here is that I was probably suffering from slight oxygen deprivation, just because I'm not acclimated to this altitude. I've never really been anywhere like this. You know, my hometown's at like 700 feet elevation, and I believe at the peak here, it's around 5,200, or just about a mile above sea level. So yeah, it's definitely something to consider if you are taking this trip, because I really didn't properly think about it. Now, other people, if you live in a higher, you know, elevation, or perhaps in better physical shape, or you know, just a variety of things, it probably won't affect you near as much as it did me, but I do think that that's what we're experiencing here. So anyway, I ended up pulling over and taking a breather. Alright guys, so I'm up here. It's pretty nice up here, thankfully, and I think the clouds are tapering off a little bit, so that's good. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to the bike, and then I'm gonna start eating my crackers, and then I guess we'll continue heading down. I'm glad I stopped though. I wasn't feeling all that good. Anyway, so we're gonna go to Robbinsville next, and then we'll just choose our next step from there. Thankfully, I do have phone signal up here, which the lady told me there wouldn't be. So, so far though, I think that's just a generalization, because people tell me, they told me at the campsite that I wouldn't have phone signal either, and I did, so that's good. But I guess they'd rather tell you that you don't and then be surprised you have it than tell you that you have it and then freak out when you don't. So anyway, we're walking back to the bike now, and that'll be that. We'll see how much oil it's lost. Check it again. We need to add some, we can. And then yeah, hopefully these clouds will subside a little bit and we can actually get a couple decent views. Alright guys, basically just wanted to say that if I had to sum up all my decisions, you know, that I made on this trip, whether to go on this road or not this road, or at this time or not, or eat there or stay there, or whatever, I think my most important decision was this stop right here, because it turned a truly terrifying journey and gave it such a sweet, sweet ending. So we're about to check that out in just a second. I just wanted to say that what we've learned is timing definitely matters, and weather matters. You're so much more exposed to the elements on a bike than you are in a car, you know. So anyway, this is me fiddling with my headlight switch, so don't mind that too much. But yeah, like I said, this was probably the best decision I could have made.
Good somewhat of an emergency stop. Sorry, bike. These strings are hampering my experience. All right. We're not leaking. So let's see what Cherohala is gonna give us.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in our second episode of this series. If you like it, feel free to subscribe and like the video. That really, really helps out the channel, and that's what I'm trying to do, is grow it so I can do more stuff like this for you guys. So thank you for your support. Yep, we're going to the Dragon next time, as you can plainly see here, and it was a blast. And I also found another road that has some truly spectacular views that I don't think anybody really talks about. So definitely tune in next time for that. I want to thank you guys once again, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.